What's going on out there, eSports world? Welcome once again to BossFightTV's The Reload. This is episode number 29. My name is Josh Engel, also known as Anti-Pro.
And I'm Mike Bisson, a.k.a. Mohawk Mike, recuperating after a very long weekend
Woo,
in Orlando,
man.
Florida.
I'm not going to lie. It was crazy. It was crazy. First off, it's going to be going over June 12th through the 18th. As Mike said, this weekend we were in Orlando, Florida for Community Effort Orlando. It was probably one of the best fighting game tournaments I've ever been to. What do you think, Mike?
I think it's very hard because we were just actually at UFGT8 in Chicago a few weeks ago, and now we were here. You know, we went to Orlando for that event. The atmosphere is different, I'm not going to lie, but regardless, just a fantastic event. They actually had the wrestling ring. If for those of you who didn't actually see the event, it was a fighting game tournament where they actually had a wrestling ring and competitors actually played in the wrestling ring. I got to help put that together.
It was awesome.
I also I became the quote unquote official cameraman
for Team Spooky
during the grand finals because all the competitors had entrances. They got to pick their own music, and I got to move the camera, and that was an experience.
Indeed.
It was awesome.
I loved it. Great tournament, great experience all the way around.
All the way around.
As Mike would say, going forward. But seriously, the competition was fierce. The whole, I guess, vibe and the feeling coming from the crowd, it was awesome. And I personally have never been to EVO before, but it's the closest I've ever been.
People were calling it mini EVO.
Yes. So, with that being said, before we jump into actual CEO results, I do want to give a big shout out to our sponsors. First, we have eSports. Make sure you go check them out. They make really awesome stickers. You go to iHeartEsports.com or at iHeartEsports. Also, want to give a big shout out to Focusfire, who helped us out this weekend as well. And that's focus-fire.com and at Focusfire Feed on Twitter. So if you're running an event and you need someone to come out, provide equipment, and all sorts of logistical things, just hit them up. They will be very glad to help you out. And also, I mean, this is going to be the shout-out hour or whatever. Definitely shout out to Jabali for CEO. Doing a great job with there. That's at CEO Jabali and CEOgaming.org. And Team Spooky.
Yeah, Spooky.
Oh, man. Team Spooky, it's always a pleasure to talk with Spooky and work with him during the event. So awesome job there. I personally don't want to keep going just because if I miss somebody, I'm going to be a jerk.
I feel like I need to make like an old separate post about I was going to do it on Twitter, but then I was like, that's going to take too long.
Right.
And we'll make a big thank you post.
Right. If you know who you are, if we appreciate you and everything from going to the event, because if it wasn't for the FGC, like I don't know, man, like these events would not be the same.
Right.
So you guys are so awesome.
I would actually like to take this time because it was actually Jabali approached us and was like, hey, I really like what you guys are doing. What is it going to take to get you guys out to the event? So it was really Jabali and his desire to have us there, but also, as we mentioned, Focusfire. Those guys helped us get out there as well. They helped us communicate and get everything out logistically. So what I would like to do, as we always do every week, give you guys the opportunity to win some sweet stickers from iHeartEsports. If you would like stickers, tweet at BossFightTV and iHeartEsports, as well as at CEO Jabali with the hashtag #ThankYouJabali.
Okay.
For just an amazing event, period. I mean, it means a lot coming from us. That's not bad. I'm not like some airhead. But, I mean, we're saying it in the sense that we were at the event and we were happy to be there. But just in general, if you watched the event, if you were at the event, regardless, thank you, Jabali.
Heck yeah, man.
For a good old time.
All right. And without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the results from CEO. As we said before, this is probably one of the biggest tournaments thus far in the road to EVO when it comes to the caliber of competition across almost every game. You know, sometimes you get, some of the best some of the best Street Fighter players out. Sometimes you get some of the best King of Fighters players, but this seriously had some of the best players across multiple games.
Top notch all the way around.
All the way around. So anyways, let's go take a look at the main event, Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition version 2012.
Yes.
It was an all Evil Geniuses top 3. Mm-hmm. It was crazy. And everyone kind of pretty much thought that they were going to see Daigo up there. But unfortunately, he did not make it. So taking a look, we got Justin Wong at number 1. E.G. Momochi at number 2, and Mr. Ricky Ortiz at number 3. It was really funny because right before the finals, Jabali was up on main stage, and he's like, give it up for a non-Rufus versus Rufus finals. So good job to those guys. Let's move on to Street Fighter Cross Tekken. We got Ricky Ortiz at number 1. We got PR Balrog number 2, and Justin Wong at number 3. We got Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, probably the second most hype event of the weekend. Justin Wong at number 1, Chris G at number 2, and Flocker at number 3. We got King of Fighters 13, Mr. IGL Bala, love that guy, coming in number 1 with VVV's Romance coming in at number 2, and Mago from Mad Cats at number 3. King of Fighters 13, good stuff, guys. Mortal Kombat 9, which has been heating up all season long. We have VVV Rio at number 1, CD Junior at number 2, and ESA Big D. I do want to make a note. VVV Rio is actually stepping back from the fighting game community in order to really focus on schools. So I believe this is his last event. I don't think he's going to EVO, but I know that he's going to take a step back, take a break. He's going to focus on his studies and things like that. So good luck to him in future endeavors. We're going to miss you, guy.
Yeah.
And
it was really a good win because he came out of the losers bracket to beat CD Junior. So not only does the win mean a lot, but he actually earned it. It was really tough.
It's good stuff.
Yep.
Let's see. Where are we at? We got Soul Calibur 5, VVV's RTD at number 1. We got Mad Cat's Kayane, number 2. And then we got Shinji ATL at number 3. So congratulations to those guys for sure.
Guys and girls.
Guys and girls, sorry, Kayane. And happy birthday to Kayane. 21st birthday on Sunday. It was great to spend that day with her and have her be with the entire fighting game community as much as they support her. So awesome stuff. Then we got Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Daigo taking number 1.
He's got his spot for the Tournament of Legends at EVO.
I have actually have some footage of him playing against Mr. Arturo Sanchez. So we got James Chin, number 2. Shout out to James Chin. We got to talk to him for a while.
I finally got to
meet that guy. It was good
so
stuff.
Amazing.
So he came in number 2. Then we got Arturo Sanchez, a.k.a. Saban, at number 3. Skullgirls, Chris G, number 1. Master CJ, number 2. And Nerd Josh, number 3. Last but not least, we got Tekken 6. We got FR, that's final round, ATL Hoa and Red at first and second place, and Pakchop at number 3. So congratulations to those guys, and congratulations to everyone who made it out to CEO, because it was, I know I say it all the time, I'm sorry Tom Brady, it was a great tournament, a great experience all the way around. Man, I'm picking up your all the way around. I'm going to,
it's catchy.
I don't like it.
That's why I use it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Anyways, so awesome stuff from CEO. That was not the only large-scale event that was going on this weekend. There was actually another event going on over across the pond, the biggest LAN in the entire world. Mike, tell us about Dreamhack.
We had this is Dreamhack Summer 2012. Every 2 years, Stockholm, Sweden becomes the epicenter for PC gaming and esports in general, and this year was no different. They had 9 official tournaments, 9 different titles of games that were showcased this year. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So first we have StarCraft 2. In first place we have Mana. Second place we have Damaga. And in third place, technically because it was single elimination, tied for third place, we have Frera and Stefano. Moving on into League of Legends, we have CLG Europe taking the first place. Second place we have Millennium. And in third place we have PAH. Along the same realm in Dota, or the MOBA games, we have Dota 2. With first place was MTW, second place was Natus Verense, and third place, again tied, because it was a single elimination, we have Mouse Sports and Evil Geniuses. Keeping right along with the MOBA theme, Heroes of New Earth, first place Team It's Gosu, second place is Monomanic Esports, and again, third place tie between the 90s and Team Fit. But, of course, I'm going to get a little more louder now, a little more excited, because we move into Quake Live! Yeah! Quake Live! Yeah! In first place, we have Rafa, bringing back the title for America. Second place, Cypher, who actually placed first place at the last event, so it's good to see Rafa kind of get his revenge. And in third place, again, another player from USA, it's Dahang. So always good to see Quake live. Moving on to another old school game that I may even get a little bit louder for, Counter-Strike 1.6. I hate showing bias, but Counter-Strike 1.6 in first place we have Fnatic. Second place we have Nautis Forense. And in third place we have ESC. Another game that we haven't really seen a whole lot, but that was featured, Battlefield 3. First place we have Epsilon. Second place we have Eyeballers, because they're all in caps. And in third place we have Zapsio.fi. Moving on to the other realm, we also have fighting games were featured. Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition version 2012. We had Infiltration and Laugh coming out from the East Coast. They took first and second respectively. And in third place, we have Problem X. Moving on into Street Fighter Cross Tekken. It was actually the team of Infiltration and Laugh that took first place. Second place was WSO. And in third place was Dive Lariat. So, very good stuff all the way around. Dreamhack, world's largest LAN party, only growing, and there's a really, really good. Go back and watch the matches. Go back and see all the photos and everything, because it's just there's nothing else like it.
We're gonna make it there one day, Mike.
Yeah, it's on the bucket list. I'll knock it off. That was right under being Team Spooky's cameraman. So moving right along.
All right, now we have the infamous StarCraft 2 news. Right before we jump into our final couple things, as always, we have GESL. Code S started up once again. Let's take a look at where we're at there. We're back at the round of 32. Group A, the top two players, we got Bun and Seed, with Curious and Hero moving down to Code A. Group B, we got Nest T and Naniwa taking their victories at first and second place, sending Creator and the STC down to Code A. Group C, we got Keen and Squirtle taking the first and second place spots. Thorzane and Gumio going down to Code A, unfortunately. And finally, in Group D, we have Symbol and Marine King taking the top spots, with Parting and Yu-Gi-Oh! Moving down. On the same page of things, we have the GSTL. We're in round number 2. It's Fnatic 5-4 over Prime, and then we have Hosio 5-1 over Startail Quantic. Startail Q. All right, on top of that, we have NASL Season 3 going on. Once again, as always, we are in round number 9, or week number 9, however you want to call it. Let's take a look. Again, 5 divisions. We had division number 1, Huangsin 2-0 over Cloud. Puma 2-0 over TT1. Stefano 2-0 over Nightin. Brad OK 2-1 over Hey Pro. Division number 2, we have Damaga 2-1 over the Muslim. Show 2-0 over Noni. Crazy Moving 2-0 over Dark Force. And no results for Hasu Hobbs and Hero, unfortunately. Division number 3, Strelok 2-1 over Rain. Sin 2-1 over Axlav. TLO taking Vibe 2-1. And Huck winning over Mana. Division number 4, we have Alive 2-0 over Cruncher. Cats winning over Thorzane. Rhett 2-0 over Select. Lowly winning over Idra. And last but not least, finally, division number 5, 2-0, or Polt 2-0 over Targa. MC winning over Morrow. And then we have Chef 2-0 over Genro, and unfortunately, White Raw fell to QXC 2-0. Boom. StarCraft news. I think that's the fastest we've ever gone through that. I'm not going to lie. We're trying to get through this quick because there's a lot of stuff to go over this week. So, Mike, the Gigabyte LAN. That's another big esports event going on this weekend as well.
Yes, the Gigabyte eSports LAN. I believe this is one of their actually first live in-person events, also known as GESL, GESO. They featured 2 games, and it was all invite only, so let's get into that. First, we have StarCraft 2, and in first place, we have Monster. Second place, we have Sleep, and in third place, we have Violet, so good stuff to those guys. The other game featured was League of Legends, which in first place, Team Solo Mid, coming off of their role at MLG Anaheim. They took first place. In second place, we have CLG Black, and in third place, we have Team Dynamic LOL. Also, speaking of first, also this weekend was the SOPA LAN, which in no way, shape, or form is associated with the SOPA bill that was trying to restrict the internet. It's actually the Superfy Outstanding Players Arena. As I said, this was their first LAN event, and they featured Shoot Mania Storm. While the game is still in its alpha/beta stages, they ran a tournament, and a lot of top players showed up. So let's get into the results for that. In first place, we have the team of Colwyn, which consists of Sturmy, Wins, and Lincoln. That's like the Quake Dream Team. I'm not going to kid. It's amazing. In second place, we have ADK. And in third place, we have Epsilon Esports. So congratulations to all those guys. Congratulations to SOPA LAN number 1. We're really excited to see what else you bring out, especially more Shoot Mania.
I can't wait for Shoot Mania. The NDA is lifted, by the way. we actually have 4 gameplay videos that we put out this weekend. Unfortunately, a couple other videos didn't make it on my laptop on the way to Orlando, so we didn't get a chance to upload them. They will be uploaded as soon as possible, as well as even more. So since that is lifted, make sure you be on the lookout for that. And then shout out to ShootManiaEsports.com. If you want to know anything about ShootMania going on, make sure you go check them out. And as always, we will have plenty of video coverage as well. So, boom.
As
Done
always,
with news.
Yes, we like to wrap up with the miscellaneous news. First and foremost, probably the biggest announcement for those fans of fighting games, and especially Capcom, Seth Killian will be leaving the company. He played a big role in actually the development and the progress of Street Fighter 4 back in 2009 when it first came out. So, unfortunately, he's still big in the community and he's still a great member in the fighting game community,
right.
But he will not be representing Capcom in any capacity anymore. It's all good.
Oh, well.
It's cool, though. But if you are a fan of fighting games, you should know the Curly Mustache series hosted by
Curly
one
Mustache at?
IFC Yipes. The 4th installment will be coming up on July 1st, and this will be the first time that the event will actually be held in
the West Coast.
The West Coast in California. So keep an eye out for that. Always a great event. Always great
it's going to be awesome.
matches as Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 just keeps evolving. I mean, new teams, new tech, things like that. So that's great to see. Last but not least, I would like to mention eSports Nation actually held a Call of Duty tournament over the weekend. I believe it was just called the eSports Nation's Frag Cup. I received a couple of updates on Twitter, actually from their tweets and whatnot, but the scale of the tournament may have been just a little bit too big, and I actually don't have results for it. But their site is also currently down right now and is being updated and repaired. So hopefully it will get that news out to you, as well as some more stuff from those guys. So
Indeed. Should be awesome.
It's always good.
But I think that's about it.
I think that's it. That's all I got.
All right. As always, we want to thank you guys for watching the episode. This one actually went a little bit shorter than I thought it would. So, hey, treat for you guys.
Yeah.
What do you know? But again, thank you for watching. As always, my name is Josh Engel, also known as Anti-Pro.
And I'm Mike Bisson, a.k.a. Mohawk Mike. As always, thanking you for supporting esports, whatever capacity you do. And thank you for considering.